The topic of today is how to diversify your marketing to survive and thrive during economic slowdowns. And this is a conversation you are going to hear from different angles. And throughout the country, we're seeing a variety of data that doesn't make sense. In some areas, some clients are having the best year, record-breaking years, best year ever. And in other areas, it's like they're just scratching their heads, wondering, hey, what's going on here? So the data that we're seeing right now is not 100% clear. And we're always looking for patterns. We're always looking for trends. We're always looking for what's working, what's not working, and giving our clients this sense of guidance so that they understand how they can lead their business and their teams to have success. So what we're going to do today is we're going to go through different ways to diversify your marketing so that you can thrive regardless of the economy. You see, ultimately, who wants to type in the chat? Who's in control of your own economy? Type it into the chat. If you know that answer, we'll give you a special bonus gift here. Renzo's moderating. Who do you think is in control of your own economy? We are 1000%. No one else is. I want to share a little bit about us, Concrete Marketing Crew, our mission, our crew values, what's working now, the focus, and the future. So Concrete Marketing Crew, we've been in business as Concrete Marketing Crew since 2018. Our company was founded in 2017. We rebranded from Contractor SEO Agency to Concrete Marketing Crew in 2018. And what we do is we help contractors accelerate their results, grow with confidence, and become market leaders. So anywhere from epoxy flooring contractors, one-day garage floor coatings, stamped concrete, concrete resurfacing, we make it easy for our clients to accelerate their lead results and generate results. You saw John coming in here. He just started with us. He sold 3 jobs. And the goal, John, is to help you grow into the second crew, is to continue moving forward and to help you find the wins and the confidence and certainty. That's what we want to do for all of you guys here. We're on a mission to enhance the lives of 500 concrete coating and decorative concrete business owners by helping them get more leads, book more estimates, and sell more floors so that they can live the life that they desire and that they can reach their goals. So whatever your dreams are, some of you, this is your exit strategy. This is your retirement plan. This is what you want. For others, you want to put your kids through college. You want to do a lot more. For some of you, you want to buy your home. For others, you want to diversify your investments and have a business that you can sell. Whatever your goal is, that's what we're here for. And that's our part of our core focus here in Concrete Marketing Crew. Our crew values, we used to call them core values, and we ended up renaming it as crew values because ultimately the crew, all of us that work at Concrete Marketing Crew, embrace these values and share it as a company, as a team. The first one is commitment. We're committed to being the best version of ourselves, first for ourselves, so that we can be the best version of ourselves for everyone around us. You see, when Pete Johnson said about winning at life, winning with his family, guess what? That directly impacts how he performs in the business quadrant. So I don't want to grow individuals, employees, clients that are just one-dimensional. The one-dimensional business owner is the one that just crushes it in business, but their family's falling apart. They're not showing up for their children, or perhaps their health is falling apart. And they're wondering why they're not spiritually aligned, and they lack the confidence, and they need to show to the world what they're all about when internally they're dying on the inside. So the commitment here is, how do we grow in multi-dimensions? We're committed to that. Second one is responsibility. We take full responsibility and ownership for our commitments, our roles, and our clients. When a client comes on board, guess what? It's a responsibility. Your livelihood is on the line. And we do not take that lightly here. Next one is excellence. We achieve excellence by being consistent over long periods of time. You see, excellence, we learn from our mistakes. We learn, our mistakes become our lessons, and we learn and continue to grow consistently. And last, world-class. World-class results come from experience and by carrying and going above and beyond for our clients. We have a saying here at Concrete Marketing Crew, which is called crush the standards. And crush the standards, that means that there's a standard that's set out there. We don't care about what anyone else is doing other than what we can do. So we want to crush the standards and go above and beyond. So that being said, I love to share a recent endorsement we just got by Kevin Harrington. If you know Kevin Harrington, he's one of the original Shark Tanks. Type 1 in the chat if you know who he is. I'd love to see if anyone knows who this gentleman is. He's one of the original ones. Got a chance to meet him. Mike McDonough actually met him. If you know who he is, type a 1 into chat so I know. And had a great time. Maddie and myself met him, told him about Concrete Marketing Crew, our story, and how far we've come. And thank God, this is a great testimonial. I would love to share that with you, and I'm just going to play it out for you.
Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington, an original shark from the hit TV show Shark Tank. As a serial entrepreneur, I attribute the success of many of my businesses to a deep understanding of marketing. Now, after all, if you can't get your brand in front of others, how will they ever buy from you? That's what I like about Concrete Marketing Crew. They are leading experts in the latest marketing strategies for concrete coating businesses, and they deliver amazing results for their clients. The Concrete Marketing team has a deep understanding of marketing as well as a proven track record, and they bring that growing expertise to every single client that they work with. They're on the leading edge of technology and innovation, so they deliver great results while helping their clients outpace the competition. Now, their focus is to over-deliver at a wow level of service. I like that. So it's no surprise that their clients stay with them for a long time. And most importantly, they create measurable results for their clients, turning small contractors into large brands with proven marketing strategies. If you own a concrete coating company and you want to sell more floors, Concrete Marketing Crew is a great choice to help you take your business to the next level.
Boom. Thank you so much,
Hi.
Kevin, for that. We have great client testimonials I like to share, and it's an honor to serve our clients. We love serving this industry. I want to also acknowledge and recognize Pete Johnson here, who has been in my corner here. He's someone that I really consider to be a friend, not just a peer friend in the industry, but someone that I consider to be a friend. So thank you for coming on board and inviting Valence dealers to come on over. He does an amazing job. If you're looking for product, technical support, information, etc., training for your teams, in my opinion, he's the best out there. So you will not regret spending some time with Pete. Make sure that you connect with him on social media, Facebook. Is that right, Pete? Anywhere. Where can they connect with you?
Yeah, honestly, I'll probably put my email in the chat if you're okay with that. It's probably the best.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it and what you guys are doing. So I'm not going to sales pitch, but I got about 20 years experience in this industry. So if you guys need help with anything, I want to be an open book for you guys.
World class. When I'm talking about world class, our values align at that level. So I want to recognize that. And also, he's putting together an event here for next year. This event right here, this conversation on the masterclass, it's also to help you guys and bring awareness and elevate the industry. We've had this conversation, Pete and I, earlier on. And it's like, hey, what's your mission for 2023? And I shared with him, hey, this year is the year where we elevate the industry. We've already started taking the place, etc. So I'm sharing this with you because it's important that we support each other. Like, you know, I look at everyone here and all of our even competitors, other marketing agencies, we're here to grow and elevate this entire industry. So I want to make sure that we keep this environment where it's positive, and he's been a positive voice in my corner here, but he's got a great mastermind that we're going to be part of. We're really excited about it. And there's going to be some special tickets here that we're going to have a partnership together here. We'll send the announcement shortly for all of you. And if you become part of the specific Valence Growth Mastermind, there's going to be some extra bonuses that we're going to be adding into the mix. So let's get right into it. You came here to get value, and that is what I'm looking to provide to you right now. Many people have been asking, hey, what are you seeing in the market? What are you seeing in the market? Like, things have slowed down. I'm doing just as much as I did last year, and I'm spending 30% more in advertising. Or maybe, hey, I'm getting more leads than ever, but I just can't seem to close them. Or my cost per lead is stuck, like it's just getting bigger and bigger, and I don't know where else to do, what else to turn to, etc. So we're going to be sharing with you the entire roadmap here, and there's going to be a couple of areas that there's going to be core focuses. By the way, there's also going to be an upcoming event here, a summit, online summit, that you will all be getting a special invitation. Is going to be complimentary. There's no cost for the online summit. It's going to be the biggest online summit for the concrete coating industry. And we're going to bring special speakers. One of my mentors, it's going to be coming in here, Mike Aguilaro. He sold the company for quite a bit of multiples. At the top of the company, he was bringing in close to $40 million in yearly revenue, double-digit profits. He's done quite well for himself, but he mentioned something to me the other day. I said, hey, I'm going to be presenting this masterclass. What should the core focus be when it comes to a recession period or a period of time where things just get stagnant? And he's like, Danny, you know, the companies that survive and thrive are the ones that learn how to focus on the fundamentals and master it and become so lethal that the competitors just fall apart in the process. You see, because what happens is if you're too small of a company, this is why it's important to understand growth in the growth periods of a company and where you're at. Staying too small and playing it safe in this environment is probably not going to help you out if you have competitors that have more funding for advertising, right? But what if you are a small company and you double down on your sales process? You double down in how you're treating every opportunity. You double down in working with your marketing partner to ensure that you have it all together. So this is the time where you get to connect with whoever is supporting you and helping you out. A lot of you guys on this call are part of the Concrete Marketing Crew family. Amazing. It's an honor to serve you. Others are working with other marketing agencies. So we recommend that you connect with whoever's supporting you in your corner and you get to really understand where you're at in your marketing. Like, this is the time for full transparency. No gray areas in this environment. Pete, we don't have the luxury of that. That was last year when all the COVID money was flowing around. Right now, that is drying up. If you've experienced some of those market changes, type in one in the chat just so that I can see. If you've experienced something else right now, you can also type it into the chat. I want to see, I want to make sure. And Maddie's in the house. Maddie, you want to say hi to everyone here? Great to have you.
Hi, everyone.
Great. Awesome. Yeah. Type in one. Okay. So you've seen some of those changes. Okay. Awesome. So let's dive into it. You're all going to get a copy of this, the Concrete Coating and Decorative Concrete Business Success Roadmap. Renzo, if you can drop it into the chat. We're also going to post it right in the replay area. And this is an entire business success roadmap. As part of this training towards the end, if you stick around, you're going to get access to an entire curriculum that we're putting together. All Valence dealers get access to that. All of our clients will get together. Why? Because there's going to be more training that we're not going to be able to cover. But it all starts out with the basics. Like, we talk about the branding from a logo perspective. And you see the whole thing about the brand, if you notice how I opened up this conversation here, you could say, well, Danny's pitching me. No, I'm not selling you anything. There's nothing to buy. There's nothing you could do to give me your credit card on this call. What I'm looking to do is to add value. But if we're looking to build a true brand, we have to have a couple of things very clear. Number one is your defined brand. What do you stand for in the marketplace? And the best way to explain that is through your mission, vision, and core values, which, how do you explain that if you're thinking of a vehicle wrap? How are you explaining the values, differentiating yourself than anyone else? If everyone else is going out into the marketplace, giving you a 15-year warranty or a 5-year warranty, and it's the same product, they're getting it from the same supplier, how do you distinguish yourself in your value? So it's very important to become absolutely the best as the small item. So some of the things that we're looking at in our clients and we're helping them with is like, okay, great, amazing. You have some logo developed here. You have your truck wraps. You have your special offers in the truck wraps and the marketing. How's your website looking? Is your website representing exactly what you're showing up in the outer world? Are you carrying some of the marketing collateral here? This is very important. This is becoming critical, especially for the smaller companies, understanding that paper still matters. Like the ability for you to, while you're installing one floor, check this out, installing one floor, you take the moment to go and knock on a few doors and start handing out some of the special flyers. There's one flyer specifically that I'm going to post it here later on if I can find the link to it, which you can actually put a sample of the type of colors that you install, that you place, or the flake colors that you have. So, and you can get creative with how you're knocking on doors and start multiplying your effort. You know, a lot of people talk about direct mail. That's great. But if you are small enough to do it while the floor is drying, Pete, you can go out there and knock on a few doors and say, hey, let me just take the time. Hey, by the way, you know, we're installing a floor right here in this neighbor's home. We'd love if you want to come over and see how it looks in a couple of hours. And this is what we do. And by the way, do you have a 1-car garage or a 2-car garage? Awesome. Would you like a free estimate here while we're in town or in the vicinity? Okay, awesome. Perfect. Well, we could do that for you. You see, so now what I've done while the floor is drying, I can take the opportunity to multiply that one install into multiple. Like these are the small things that the bigger companies have already started doing, Pete, in order to multiply their sales efforts and abilities. So now the lead that Maddie sent you, which converted into a job, turns into multiple jobs. So that one cost per lead per acquisition, and it does take grunt work, Maddie. So when things slow down, that's the one key differentiator. The next thing is, hey, these are basic things, right? Your company shirts, logos, sweatshirts, and most of our clients have that together. But if you don't, this is the time. The best time to do it is now, not later, as you're generating revenue. Once you start getting creative with your lead generation, you can look at lead generation from 2 aspects. Remember, how do we market in a slower economy? How do we gain momentum and tractions? How do we become better? And this is a big push right here. Referral sources. How many referral sources do you have right now? How many referral sources? I can tell you in Concrete Marketing Crew, we're very big in relationships. And these are key relationships that we establish, and also we incentivize our clients to refer clients to us, because it's a win-win situation. And we like to do that. Maddie, how often do you incentivize clients or motivate them to send us referrals, Maddie?
Oh yeah, definitely. We do. We have a referral program, but I also find it beautiful that some of our own clients will refer clients in nearby areas when they get leads that may not be in their service area. So that's kind of cool. We definitely do suggest, we advise that a lot.
Right. Correct. So any of your clients and all of your clients, the goal of your business should be so that the experience you give your customers is a referable experience. I learned this when I had literally nothing going for me, Pete, like really nothing going for me. Nothing was working. I was upside down. So I said, I need to learn how to make one client turn into 2. And sometimes it's a matter of just asking for the neighbors or family special discounts, etc. So who are your past customers? And this is the thing, it's when things are slow, when the economy gets slower, this is the time to get creative. Follow up on your customers 6 months down the line, 1 year down the line. And if you're afraid about the product install and hey, I don't want to shake the trees there because I don't know if someone's going to complain about the floor, maybe it's time to level up in that experience and figure out what product you should be installing so that you can make it a referable experience. So looking at the past customers, and this is a big push we have for all of our clients that are on this call. Every month, we're going to be holding special client-only workshops. These are called the launch workshops. And we're going to be starting with the sales mastery. One of the sales mastery is going back to our CRM and understanding how to leverage a CRM so that our clients can multiply their efforts here. So look at facility managers. How many facility managers have you taken the time to actually just have an introductory conversation and say, hey, I noticed that you are in this specific area. This is my name, right? Remember, the offline material, the marketing material that you have in hand is going to help you introduce yourself in a professional way. Realtors, some people don't like realtors. I do believe realtors, when they hand out gift baskets to the new homeowners, that's the perfect experience and time to give them something special. Special $250 off on your new floor. Hey, congratulations on your new home. Here's a $250 discount. So are you connecting with realtors who give out gift baskets? Big opportunity right there that you can turn it into an opportunity. Sometimes what you can do is with these realtors or mortgage brokers is you can get the information from anyone they've sold that month. And then you can have your office admin call those individuals up and say, hey, this is so-and-so. We just got a referral from so-and-so broker. Do you know who they are? Yeah, sure. Okay, perfect. Well, what we wanted to do is I see that you just purchased a home here in this area, and we specialize in beautifying concrete floors throughout the neighborhood, and wanted to show you what we're doing for customers right in your area. And would love to set up an appointment, right? So you can set up appointments this way. It takes work, but when work gets slower and you have more time, you get to focus more on the offline and the relationship building. Like this is a time where your network is really going to be the net worth of your business future. And as you start building the reputation for your business, I'm telling you, Pete, this is a snowball effect. This is some of you are going to find success so much in the commercial aspect that you're probably not going to touch the residential floors for a minute while you keep your crews busy there, right? So when the economy gets slower, you got to understand where you're at and where you're going. We talked about door knocking here. Another opportunity here that I love personally is the local team sponsorships. Why do I like this? Is because you get to show a softer spot in the right neighborhoods, of course, in the right neighborhoods. You get to connect with individuals that have a home, most likely. Direct mail. Another one is radio ads. Radio advertising. Who in here is advertising on radio? Type in 2 in the chat, the number 2, if you are currently or have advertised on radio. And some of the radios, there was a specific session Pete Johnson and I did where the owner of Atlas Coatings was saying he was doing radios on conservative radios, and it was working really well for him. So consider that as an opportunity. Who's got the money? What are they listening to? What TV channels are they watching? When are they watching it? And is this something that I can leverage right now? This now requires deeper pockets, but you'd be surprised right now how many advertisers you can actually be competing with in your area that they do concrete coatings. You probably might have one in a 50-mile radius that might be doing a radio or TV ads. So this is a time to start having these conversations. Don't wait until the end of the year. Don't wait until next year, and don't make a decision on the spot. Just get in relationships with individuals who are selling you TV ad spaces, radio ad spaces, and be willing to try it out, test it out. Don't make any long-term commitments. Just try it out in a small format. Pete, I don't know if you have any data specifically on what this has done for some of your clients. You want to come on and share a little bit on that front?
Yeah, I don't have exact data to share, to be honest, but Derek with Atlas Coatings out in South Carolina had pretty much within 1 year gone from 1 to, they just brought on their 4th trailer. Obviously, they're doing more than radio ads, but they said radio ads were by far their largest return on investment. And then we have another customer down in Texas where TV ads has been their largest return on investment. Again, taking 1 trailer to 3 trailers pretty quickly, where the bulk of his money is spent on TV versus, say, social media.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah. So you're going to find those combinations. You're good, Mike. Thank you. Work really well, and you got to test them out depending on your budget. So some of you are asking, especially in competitive markets, hey, this is inundated, it's saturated. Sometimes running a TV plus Facebook ads or radio plus Facebook ads, you simply dominate. Like you become the #1 voice that they hear, especially if you're marketing in the right territories and you're in a conversation with Maddie. Hey, Maddie, I need to be in this pocket, and you know you're running radio ads in that pocket. Guess what? You're going to have a multiplier effect. Now, the radio ads, it goes by the demographic. So make sure that you're not just spreading it all over, but in the right pockets of your town. Trade shows. This is one of my favorite ones. Home remodeling shows, you already know that, but hunting and fishing, boat shows, car and bike shows. This is an amazing one. We have one of our clients in Florida that's pretty much what they do, boat shows and car shows, and they get themselves booked out. Hundreds of leads generated from these shows throughout the year, and they travel out. And yes, it takes manual work, but this plus Facebook ads, or this plus Google and SEO, etc., now multiplies the effects and gives you that brand that you're looking to get. So I just want to make sure that we're all in the same page here. If you have questions, feel free to type in the questions here. Maddie, anything else you'd like to add here when it comes to the offline lead generation that you've seen work?
No, I mean, it's just also like another one. I don't know if you talked about it, like sometimes people like they cards, it's not just, putting all your eggs in one basket. I always tell everybody, putting all your eggs in one basket is not as good as distributing in lots of different places. So, offline marketing like that is also very effective. I agree with that.
Yes. And that leaves us with where do we go next? What else is there, Danny? So you've talked about the offline. Let's talk a little bit about the online. I'd like to give real, true expectations. This is the program where John says, one thing I've started doing on Tucilo, you can see recently sold homes, pick your audience type. Yes, sir. That's precisely, like, you got to get creative. If you have time in your hands, you're starting out, it doesn't hurt to do your own market research and start getting to know your area. Become friends with realtors, mortgage brokers, and just hear them out. Hey, where are the homes selling right now? Hey, where are the best homes in town? Like, get to know those pockets at a deeper level, and that's going to help you out. Before I dive into the online lead generation here, I like to take you into the Google Trends. And the Google Trends, you can get access to this, but I put garage floor epoxy, garage floor coatings, concrete coatings. The blue is garage floor epoxy, right? So what I like to look at is this specific charts from the top trends, and everything that I've said this before. I like to look at what the market was before COVID, because that is a great indicator. Like, that is what the market operates under normal conditions. Now you can see that there was growth year over year, even before COVID. So this was almost like a natural uptrending chart, except that when COVID hit, now this became exponential. This was another bigger opportunity here. And 2020, amazing year. You can see 2021, the numbers started to go down. And this goes from 0 to 100 in here. And that is what is the trend of the market buying. Where we're looking at it, the peak of this year so far, it's peaked at about 88% versus last year's peak was at 91. So we're seeing the slowdown versus the year prior, it peaked at 93% in consumer behavior, in searches all across the nation. This is all nationwide. When you come on over to Concrete Marketing Crew and we have this conversation, especially those that are interested in doing Google Ads, this is where we look into the keyword planner and understand what the keywords look like in your area and what trends we are seeing year over year. And we do the same analysis, except that we do it in a micro in that specific pocket. But this lets me see right now, the way things are going, they're not going to look any better than they did last year. Like, that's a reality, just a reality in the market trends. Does that mean like less people are buying? It's probably, yeah, you can consider that, but there are people with money. There's still people that are investing. Another thing that I like about Pete's training here, I'm glad that you came through, which he talks about diversify, which is important. Pete, you want to talk about diversify and why it's so important? We've had a couple of conversations on this topic.
Yeah, because the biggest thing that we offer to our customers is not just one product, right? Like, flake systems are king, primarily what we do, but we offer a lot of different price points, some sealers that can be price pointed to the budget conscious customer, and all the way up to some high-end quartz metallics, right? So you're going to have a wide range. If you come in with just, here's my one system, take it or leave it, you're going to end up leaving a lot of customers on the table. So if they don't want a flake floor, or if you're not going to give them a flake floor on their driveway, one, you can get that job at a lower price point for a lower, maybe a lower expectation of a product per se, like a sealer. But the biggest thing is we upsell. So we're going to go sell them their flake garage floor, but then we're going to go and seal their patio, pool deck, sidewalk, or stuff like that. So offering a diversification of product line and being knowledgeable about that, you actually add a lot more to your bottom line in the same exact customer. So your cost per acquisition is actually lower because your bottom line goes up.
Beautiful. Boom. And you guys can see, especially in slower economies where you feel like, hey, less people are buying, guess what? You can upsell your current customer. And now it's a matter, that's what we're having this launch conversations for our clients. You will all start getting emails about when they happen and what times. We are working on the time zones here to make sure that everyone can attend at a good time and date. So you will be hear from Maddie and Andrea and everyone in the account management team about that. So stay tuned, but that is one of the biggest opportunity. Your current clients, guess what? If you did the garage floor, they probably have a patio or a driveway too. So pool deck, what are the other opportunities you can have instead of having your guys just sit around and do nothing? Now you can start touching base with them and start selling. This is where the email marketing opportunity comes in as well, is what are we sending every month when the seasons change, when the weather changes, right? So it's very important to understand what other opportunities you have. So that being said, we talked about the market trends, the way it's looking at a national level. It's on a downtrend currently. And now we talked about the offline. Let's go back into the online media. Everyone likes to start with the online, usually because you can get results really fast. By far, Facebook advertising, the fastest way to generate leads. As you get in territories that are more competitive, it perhaps the channel, the cost per acquisition on a client becomes higher, or the response on the leads becomes lower. So there's a multitude of things that happen on a territory by territory basis. We are noticing that. And this is one of the reasons why we offer territory exclusivity. It's because it makes no sense for us to have two clients in the same territory. We're running ads, even if the ads are different, we're only bringing up the cost per acquisition for our clients. So for that reason, we give territory exclusivity. Sometimes we have clients that are in territories where, they bleed territories, but the main territory, we like to have one client per service. So if someone does concrete coatings only, and they don't touch any of the stamped concrete overlays resurfacing, then we offer another opportunity for someone that does decorative concrete for other services types. So for per service territory. This is what I like to emphasize on here specifically. Facebook and Instagram ads, we talked about that. What we are noticing is that the clients that do social media on their own outperform anything that anyone else can be doing for you. Meaning you hire a social media marketing agency. We used to offer this as a service where we'll post the beautiful pictures, Maddie. We'll spend hours creating the colors, the brand images, trying to make the pictures look great on Photoshop, and then on Canva. And we tried to make it so good. And at the end of the day, clients weren't getting that many results. And we started noticing the clients that canceled and then started posting on their own on social media and their own organic. Guess what? The content just blew up on itself. So there is something that goes in the algorithm when it comes to organic content. So what are some of the ways, Maddie, can you speak a little bit about this, about having the younger crew members leverage the social media and posting for the clients here?
Yeah, no, I just posted in the chat that it's more effective when you do it yourself, because your audience wants to know you and your voice. They want to know who you are, and we're not you and we're not your voice, and we can do something branded, but it's never going to be as effective as you. Social media, there's like some sort of like curated reality behind it. But we do offer, if you guys have questions and you want to ask us what works best and what we will work with you and show you like examples and whatnot. Definitely, one of the best, I think one of the coolest things that I've seen is sometimes you have younger, like for example, in our house, we have teenagers. And honestly, if we ask our teenagers to edit a video on their phone, they will do it faster than anybody else, because that's you're always on there. So having a younger crew member, or you have a nephew or something, like we've had clients have nephews that are really young, 18, 19, and you offer to pay them like, I don't know, a couple $100 a month and have them post for you every single day, have them like record while you're doing your work. And I find that to be a very good strategy, because it's just easier for them. It's easier for them to like navigate. It's their world, you know what I'm saying? So they're more native to it. And I found that to be super, it's very effective that way.
Correct. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. So what I recommend is social media content. The organic works better than you hiring someone else. If you do hire a professional branding agency, it's going to be quite expensive. We've quoted them for our clients, and some of them want $3,500, and they'll have a videographer for like 1 or 2 days to shoot. Plus, they'll edit the videos and they'll post for you. But for that, it takes a bigger company with bigger pockets to be able to sustain that kind of posting, where you can have someone do that. Plus, you share all the content on the community groups as you start posting it. Out of this entire list, we've been getting asked all the time, hey, what's the matter with TikTok ads? And the biggest distinction with TikTok ads versus Facebook ads is that TikTok does not have territory availability everywhere. So if you're in a market that does not have targeting options as far as territory, you're probably not going to generate leads. So it's better for the bigger metro areas. If you want to run TikTok ads, they work just as good as Facebook when it comes to the cost per lead. The conversion on TikTok leads are lower than on Facebook and Instagram. So we encourage it if you want to experiment with it, but be willing to be on the lookout for as a test. You may crush it. You may end up working really well with the acquisition there. Same thing with Pinterest. There's been territories that Pinterest ads work incredibly well, and others just dry it out. And Pinterest is a search engine. It's a search engine for pictures, but you can put your pictures and images of the work when someone's looking for garage remodeling ideas or patio ideas, etc. But the cost per acquisition on Pinterest ad is higher than on Facebook. YouTube ads, very similar. What happens with YouTube ads specifically, and this is what we recommend for our clients. You run a Google Ads campaign or SEO and Facebook ads. If you're running Facebook ads and someone visits a landing page, or you're advertising on Google and people are visiting the website, have a retargeting campaign that anytime someone goes out into YouTube, they see your ads. That means you're spending pennies. Write this down. You're spending pennies on the dollar for any time someone sees your video ads. So anyone investing into organic search, Google Maps optimization, anything that goes right to the website, retargeting on YouTube ads is going to give you a greater reach. It's going to be very targeted. And we've tested out running YouTube ads as a search, keyword searches. A lot of times there's not that many searches. So the audience has to be very big, bigger than usual on Facebook ads. But this is what we recommend. YouTube ads have a great video, have either a spokesperson or a great script, and then having a retargeting campaign running to it. So the biggest opportunity that we see here is clients being okay with being in camera. So when times get slower, this is going to be your best friend. Understanding how to get out there and how to become the persona of the brand, or how to have your crew members start to show their faces on video and speaking to your demographic. And if you can get to do that, learn the difference between landscape and portrait, learn how to record in landscape, learn how to record in portrait. If you want to get a little bit fancier, you can go to Best Buy and get a wireless microphone, or you can go to Amazon and get a wireless microphone for your phone. And at that point in time, guess what? Now you have better audio, your videos come out better. We'll give you the script. I'll give you the script for you that is a winning script where we can run it as retargeting. You pay pennies on the dollar. And that's going to give you massive impressions, and people are going to say, hey, I've been seeing you all over the place. Boom. By the time you show up and sell someone, amazing. So big distinction there. So that's what I have for you when it comes to the biggest opportunities here for this time of the year, is learn how to become the person that shows up in your world, shows up in your community, shows up everywhere, offline and online. When you're showing your face, guess what? that personalizes the brand. It goes from like someone that wants to give me a quote to the point that Maddie, have you come online here? Anytime Maddie posts a video where someone is actually speaking and showing their face and walking someone through, you know, a customer testimonial video, and you've tested this as well. Can you tell us a little bit about the impact and big difference in cost per lead there?
Yeah, no, and even like down like videos of the person talking are great, but even like pictures of like the actual like owner of the company, like there this past couple weeks I've had a couple of accounts that have been a little bit stuck, and I've asked a few of them, can you please send me a picture of yourself in front of a garage or just a picture of yourself so that I can post it. And you know, it's just unstuck the account. People love to see who's behind the ads, and yes, they love to see these beautiful like curated branded ads, but they also like to see the person behind the company. Like they find it's a lot of trust value when they see the person that owns the company say, hey, this is a person just like me, I'm gonna go with them because I know they're gonna take care of me. So that's definitely very effective, a very effective strategy.
Beautiful. Yeah, again, this is something that's not going away, especially when things get tight. Money gets tight, maybe you're not able to push as much advertising, you cannot pull off a TV ad or a radio ad. Guess what you can do is you can actually pull up your phone and start talking right there and start walking people through your process. Just get yourself out there, share your content over in community groups, and you'll be surprised what happens when you walk someone through, hey, look at this floor, how it's chipping, you know, look at this product install, and I just want to educate you on why it's failing. Blah, 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 right? And call them into action. Just get in the habit of saying, hey, by the way, if you're looking for a free estimate, we're going to be in the area here. And you do that and you get consistent. We have with our friends, the epoxy pros here, they've gone viral several times, and that's their entire marketing strategy. Now, they do have someone in person that helps them do and edit the videos. I can tell you it's just as powerful as doing it in a very competitive territory here in South Florida. Maddie has seen it. We're very good friends with them. They always invite us. All right, so we've talked about what's working now. Let's talk about what is going to be really the key point differentiator into the future. And this is the key point differentiator because, like I said, when I asked Mike, what should I share with our audience here in this masterclass? What are the things that they should be focused on in mastering? Not improving, but mastering and becoming the best at. It's like, if you could show them how to actually convert the lead better, sooner, faster, more efficient than their competitors, they're going to be ahead of the game. Because here's one reality, cost per lead will go up. Less people are searching, right? Less people are in the market, less people are buying homes. Again, different markets, different data. But for this case, your ability to turn a lead or opportunity, it counts as double nowadays. Before, when you used to get 4 leads and you used to be able to get a hold of all of them, amazing. Now we have John on the call who's just started with us. He's closed 3 jobs in 1 week. Amazing. That's awesome. We want that to happen. But as we move on for the remainder of the year, do understand this is the time when things get slower, time gets slower. You are spending the time with your admin assistant or your CSR or someone that's on the phone in walking them through, hey, how do we leverage and utilize the CRM system in the best possible way? What is our automation and lead engagement? Like a Concrete Marketing Crew, we just invested in hiring someone that's AI and CRM specialist for the only reason that we want our clients to have the best automation and lead engagement. That's it. That's all we care about. We want our clients to crush the standards. And that's one thing that I want you to write down. It's like, hey, do I even have a CRM, or am I using the CRM in the best way possible? Or what can I do so that my CRM is being used at the best possible level? And it doesn't matter whether you use Drip Jobs or Jobber or our CRM, which is Go High Level, and we're helping you tweak that CRM to the best potential. What matters is that you utilize it and make the most out of your opportunity. So you want to write this down. What do you need to master? Number 1 is the inbound lead handling. Inbound lead handling. Everyone here on the replays, I'm going to give you access to the inbound lead handling script. That means that you follow that script and you vet the actual prospect through that lead script. You have a higher likelihood of converting that in-person job or collecting a deposit. you pre-frame the prospect, is going to help you close the job in a better, faster way. What if you become a master at handling the leads? Every single lead, I already know. I dial them one after another. When they pick up, I run through the specific framework, and then I book the appointment, I qualify them, and then I have a follow-up script letting them know what's happening next. So this is one conversation we're having with everyone here. So Jimmy, I'm glad to see you here in this conversation. As we're having this relationship and we're growing together, I want to make sure that we all make an effort to like, hey, do we have the follow-up script dialed in? What does that even need to look like? Is it email? Is it text message? Is it both of them? Do I need to send them a selfie video? Right? So this is a very in-depth, more advanced strategy there. Another one is the objection handling. The objection handling. Every single objection, I want you to write them down. Write them down. What are those objections? And master a script that works for you. What works for Pete Johnson might not work for me. Guess what? We have different accents. We speak differently, right? We have different ways of explaining things, and that's completely fine. I don't need you to be a robot in overcoming an objection. I need you to learn how to acknowledge an opportunity, how to help the client understand and be able to see the value in the conversation and be able to turn that around. We're going to be also sending the replay to a podcast we did yesterday, which you listen to it over the weekend. A lot of this is covered in the podcast, and it's going to make sense at a deeper level, right? And expectation setting. Objection handling has to be an opportunity of mastery for all of you. Whatever that objection is. Hey, well, you're $1 over the other competitor there, you know, or hey, can you just give me a ballpark? What's the price there in your area? Like, how much are you charging for a 2-car garage? Yeah, it's 500 square feet. Right? Again, if you don't have ways to address the objections, you're going to get caught up with an opportunity. And instead of building value, you're going to start almost like wrestling with your prospect, potential client. These are the things that I want you to also write down. Again, into the future, what do I need to master? I need to master my value-driven sales presentation. What does my value-driven sales presentation need to look like? And it's a demonstration of value. If the person on the other side does not recognize that the new floor you're going to install for them, the value that floor holds is higher than their $3,500, then they're going to have a hard time giving you their $3,500, even if you give them an option to break the payments down and finance it. So the whole goal is understanding, how do I sell with value? How do I make the person on the other side understand that, hey, this floor is actually an investment. This floor is actually worth 10 times more than the $3,500. Why? Because of the experiences. Why? Because you get to make memories here. Why? Because you know what? Instead of you paying a gym membership, now we get to create this beautiful space that's enhanced to help you create a nice space for you where you can work out. So you can learn how to lead with value-driven conversations so that people understand when money is tight, hey, your money that you're holding on to right now, your floor is actually worth a lot more than that money that you're holding on to it. We've seen this happen time and time again. Again, coming back to objection handling processes. Now let's go into the next slide here. And this is okay, perfect. Here's what I want you to take away from this specific slide here. And again, you should all have a copy of this slide, which is, Danny, you know, you've talked about all these things, but what are the key action steps that I must take right now? So in this entire conversation, if you could just type in the chat here, what's standing out to you the most? What opportunity do you see in your business to improve and master as the economy gets slower, as people are doubting what to invest on, or if they want to commit to a floor right now or leave it for later? What are some of the things that are sticking out to you in order to improve your sales? Type it into the chat. It will help me see. Type it into the chat. What stood out to you the most would help me see if you're engaging with this content material. And also type in helpful if you're finding this information helpful to brush off. Again, there's going to be a replay with a lot of information coming your way. so that you're equipped to take this on and start implementing it in your business. Anyone here, type it into the chat, type it into the chat. I'm going to take a quick sip here. And very helpful. Okay, Jimmy, thank you. What are your key insights? What are the key insights that you are finding here for yourself? It's a lot. Building a business, Pete, takes a lot of work. But guess what? If we have all of this in place, imagine how your business would profit, how it would operate, how it stands up against your the rest of the competitors in your area, creating value in you and your company 100%, 1,000,000%. This is the time where I want you to think about all of this. And this is something that we're doing with our clients one by one, one at a time. Is your website must become a sales machine for you. Your website, your current website, and this is where we're going back with clients. Some clients are coming to us and quite literally we're trying to migrate their website over to our hosting. And like Jimmy's website, for example, we had to give him a new website because by the time that we tried to retrieve it and put the website in our hosting, that was gone. That website was entirely gone. So we had to create one from scratch. But one of the key opportunities would be like, hey, what frequently asked questions can I literally put on my website that people are really searching for? Not keyword-based frequently asked questions, but real questions in your area. And I can tell you, the more you use that, you can now leverage that to follow up with clients. And we can use the CRM to send, hey, before we show up at the call, here are some of the most frequently asked questions that our customers like to ask about their flooring install. Right? So this is all important of understanding how to properly follow up with your customers, because right now it used to take about 2 to 3 follow-ups and someone would send you over the agreement, they would give you a deposit. Now we're seeing that number go above 4. Right now that number is going above 4. Harvard did a study and it's taking 12 or more times to sell 80% of the time. So I want to encourage you as you're looking at this, you don't have to do it all yourself. Let's leave 80% of this to the automation. Let's leave it to ChatGPT. Let's leave it to a lot of that which you already have in place on your website. For follow-ups, yeah. I usually stop contacting after 2. Yes. So there's 2 different follow-ups. One of them is the lead follow-up, right? And the other one is the follow-up after you've given an estimate. And that's the thing, is after you've given an estimate, you don't want to be an annoying pest. And that's why there's a selfie video. Take the time to send a selfie to the customer. Hey, Mrs. Johnson, great seeing you. It was great giving you that estimate. By the way, I know I get a lot of questions after I give an estimate. I'd love to catch up with you. Let me know a good time to give you a call tomorrow so we can go over some of the details. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Boom, send the selfie. Took you 30 seconds. That takes extra effort, but you're going to sell more floors. The automated follow-up, thinking of you, phone calls or text message reminders, special offers and promotions after 30 days, 60 days, 90 days out. And then the monthly newsletters. This is something big push, big initiative here at Concrete Marketing Crew for our end of Q3 into Q4 for all of our clients to be all aligned with all of this. I can tell you we're excited, but I want to empower you to start thinking about your follow-ups, because you're going to need more follow-up than ever before if you want to stand out in this marketplace. And the last one I want to leave you with is the database reactivation. How many times have you already sold clients and you already have a list of sold customers that you have not reactivated, or some individuals that you've given an estimate, not converted, right? Those are still opportunities. They showed interest at one point in time. And it's good to do this on a quarterly basis. You don't need to do it every single month. These are the ones perhaps you've already sold to, but it's good to revisit this every quarter and just check in with them. Doesn't always need to be an offer to close the deal. It could be a special promotion and have those segmented. And again, that can all be achieved through the CRM. So again, I want to, we're just about in time here to wrap this up here. I would love to get questions from you and get some feedback and see how you've enjoyed this information here. Right after today's presentation, there are going to be a couple of links right after we upload the video, links to this specific roadmap business success roadmap, take the time to check yourself out and see what in the entire mix you're missing, the entire pipeline. We didn't talk about the recruiting engine here and how to recruit more and better employees. We didn't talk about the 5-star install experience. I'll leave that to the likes of Pete Johnson there, the specialists, but there are ways to help create an experience before you even show up, create an experience once you show up, create an experience when you're not installing the floors. But this is an entire workbook and workshop that we're going to give you right after this. So let's hear it in the chat. What are some of the key takeaways? And if you have a question, this is the time for you to come out live and share your questions with us. Type it in, guys. Let me know. Anyone here, if you have any feedback. Again, Maddie Thomas, thank you for coming on today. Lance, great to see you. Clark, Max has Otter in the house. Ivy, we have the Co. Okay, Chet Pellegrin. Okay, Brittany, great to see you. Ryan, great to see you. John, again, thank you. Really appreciate you for showing up today. So here's what we're gonna do. If you found this information helpful and you are looking for help with your marketing, you have an experienced concrete marketing crew, and you're looking for help with marketing your company, I want to invite you to check us out at Concrete Marketing Crew. And if you mention this specific presentation that we put together here for you, we're going to put a special program for Q3, Q4 of 2023. Again, it's one client per territory. So do understand that if you ever send us someone as a referral too as well, we have a great referral program for our clients and for non-clients. So every time you send us a referral, great, we'll make sure that they get the results that they deserve. All right, Jimmy says, I'm a one-man band. I'm ready to start hiring office manager, salesperson. Perfect. So what we're going to do with you, Jimmy, is right here. Is start working with you in some of these areas when it comes to the online application process. What does that need to look like on the website? Where do we need to start posting that? And how can we get traction so you start attracting people right to your pipeline? Some of these are very advanced topics, but because you're ready to go to that next step, we're here to help you and support you in that aspect, all right? And your account manager is going to provide information. Good stuff. Pete Johnson, this was amazing. Now it's the time to maximize your past customer database. 100%, Pete. Yes, they should be your best salespeople. Yes. And we didn't talk about the reviews process, but reviews are what you got to leverage all throughout. Customer reviews, get customer reviews. And that's something we appreciate for every single one of our customers and clients, is when they do leave a review, they get a mouse pad, for example. I don't know if Maddie's here, but we make it an experience. When you go from just simply asking for a review to now giving them something that is going to, they're going to see it all throughout, you know, it actually helps for them to make that decision. So that being said here, any questions, team? I'm here for you. We got a few more minutes here to hold. Any questions? Where do you go from here? Okay, do we start placing Facebook ads? Yes, so the main thing, let me see here. The code, you want to come on live here so we can chat? You mind unmuting yourself? It's probably easier if you unmute yourself. ASAP. Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, Danny? This is Josh Sr. and Josh Jr. is here, my son. So
hey there, what's going on, guys?
Hey, nothing much. Man? How's it going, man?
So, good to see you, man. Great to is father and son team, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Boom.
So
man, I love it. Love it.
I've been in the business going on 24 years in the decorative concrete industry. I'm out of Woodbridge, Virginia.
Okay.
My son is 18 and was closing deals when he was 5 years old, as I was double booked in the showroom. So as time has gone on, if he just he's a sponge, so he's absorbed everything, and he's essentially pretty much running the crew, running the show out in the field. And it's just he's killing it. Quality is better than it's ever been now that he's able to work side by side rather than having employees that maybe don't have the passion as much as ownerships, right? So that being said, marketing has been one of my hardest things. I don't do any marketing. It's just all, my network. So my thought is to kind of, I've been doing concrete network for a few years as far as
Okay.
they built my website. The leads are 1, 2 a month, or just they're really not really ending up to do anything. My
Mhm.
thought is to really put the marketing into things as far as, a flake and metallic, decorative side of things, and letting him kind of run with that to kind of improve the
Okay,
bottom dollar,
beautiful.
right?
You guys do overlays too, or
Overlays, yep,
okay?
yep, overlays, stamped concrete. But as far as the outdoor market goes, I've learned over the years, rain, snow, or shine, polished concrete, flake, metallic,
Epoxy coatings,
coatings, resinous floors is just where we're making money at.
Yes. Yes, beautiful. So are you running ads right now on Facebook or not running ads yet?
We're,
Yes.
he does a lot of the not Facebook, but TikTok videos.
Okay, good.
And but we're not actually putting any money into the Facebook ads. Once I started looking for digital marketing, man, it's like every click, every screen flow of my Facebook, it's somebody offering it. And I'm really looking for get him set up to be able to understand it. These guys are sponges. I'm
Absolutely.
getting old.
Yes. Yes. And that's the key. That's the key. Absolutely. So the next step is, if you'd like, you can set up a time here. I'll make sure that Maddie sends you a DM on this call, and then you could just set up a time with me. We can chat. I'll walk you through the campaigns, what we do for our clients. And then the starting point would be Facebook ads. Like that would be one of the fastest way to validate demand in your area and do a lot of that push and movement. And what that's going to do for you, I think September is going to be a great month. That's just historically speaking, that's when we go from August into movement. People are back in their homes, they're back, kids are back in school, and they get to make some buying purchases decisions for the rest of the year. So that would be a great place to start. And then if you're looking for something more long-term, then that's where the website, the SEO comes into place. The polishing, you want polishing jobs. We've done a lot of tests, organic search in Google ads versus Facebook ads for polishing. You're going to get more polishing from the organic search. Just happens to be that way, which is interesting. Yeah.
So we flake and metallic, that's
Like, yeah.
do a
And
lot
when
of
you're in
urethane
season,
cement.
you could do overlays, resurfacing. Those work really well. You send us videos, pictures, Maddie's crushing it with a lot of campaigns in overlays, resurfacing, and they work. Just everything really does work. It becomes a matter of like, who are you working with? Even if you want to do it yourself, it's how are you setting up the ads, the target, and all of that. But
Okay.
yes, it does
So
work.
today was our we're kind of waiting to have this the introduction with you to see where we go from here. So
Okay.
we're hot to trot. Today was the day to make this decision where we're going, as
Okay.
far as which way, with the marketing. So if you can send that DM, and we can follow
Yeah, she
back.
did. I already
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're ready.
Beautiful. Sounds good. Hey, what a pleasure and an honor to meet you guys. Great
Thank you,
seeing you
buddy.
here. Thank you for coming online, and hope you found this helpful. We're going to send you the replay so you can watch it a couple more times. All right. All right. Awesome. Anyone else here has questions? I can help clarify any follow-ups, anything else here. Maddie, any questions you got? And Renzo, any questions? Maria Agustina, thank you. Okay, Lance, come on live.
Okay, let me okay, I gotta figure this out. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we're coming up, we've been working together about a year. I think it was December last year. So a couple of things that I have done. One is I loved your advice about starting to post on Facebook, and I put quite a bit of effort in. I try to get, once a week, and I do the I do the voice overlays, I do the video myself, and so forth. I've got enough energy to produce it, but then I'm I'm like running out of capacity when it goes to, like, I produce a post, then I put it on Facebook, but I don't know how to get it to Instagram, how to get it to YouTube, how to get it on TikTok, how to take it from there to, like I've got the energy and the ability to produce it, but that's when I run out of, that's where I run out of capacity.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for some help and a plan to take those posts and produce them,
Yeah.
or,
Excellent.
and publish them.
Yes. So go from, and this is okay. Awesome. So what I'll do is we have this is our new employee, Nacho. That's his name is Ignacio. Ignacio, we call him Nacho. So I'll make sure Maddie sets you up with him, because he is a ninja and he solved the game for us when it comes to syndication and the back end. We did not have this individual a month ago, and he just started with us, and he's a beast when it comes to that. So he's able to figure out the connections for syndicating from one place to multiple. I think we might have tried that in the past and it just didn't work out, but that would be the best way to go. Matt, if you could just follow up with Lance and get him there. But Lance, everyone here, don't let him fool you. He is, like Maddie said, he's a beast. And I am very proud of you, Lance, for putting yourself out there, because we give this advice all the time. And Lance, I don't know if you can speak to that. Like, you get compliments on your content, and he creates content that's about the crew and fun content. Like, I love that. You want to speak to that on the organic side?
I mean, like I said, we've been working together about a year. I've never had a salesperson before, and Danny and Maddie beat me up and said, you need to get a salesperson. So we went through the first one. We're on the second one now. and
Welcome to the game. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what it does, I still sell most of my floors over the phone, but it gives me the confidence to get that extra buck a square foot. And so now, instead of, when we start delving into the objections and it starts getting to pricing, and, and then it's like, hey, I tell you what, let me get the estimator out there and get her out there tomorrow. And that's really helped our bottom line. Anyway, that doesn't answer the question you asked. So about 6 months ago, you guys started bugging me and saying, hey, you got to start putting stuff online. And you shared with me some of your other clients that do it. So I started doing it, and we do a lot of floors and how, take a nice house and make a nice video of it. But then we do some goofy stuff, right? And clowning around in the shop in the morning. My guys are love to cook, and we've got a barbecue in the shop, and I took a video of us just making carne asada, and I don't know, I got 3,000 or 4,000 hits on it, and the comments from the customers, I mean, that video is 3 or 4 months old, and I still get, hey, are you guys still barbecuing in the shop? Or, and then we put it in with some serious content. So the last couple of posts, one was an operating room where we did a floor, which it turned out just it was like a fantastic experience. I fixed a bad job in a vet clinic last week, and I posted that. And it lets our customers know that we have some value expertise. I'm really surprised that neither the vet or the operating room really have gotten a lot of hits, nor have I gotten a lot of comments on them. And I thought they were, great. But not everything that I think is great gets lots of hits, and some things that I don't, do get lots of hits. But it's been really valuable for us, and that's something that hope to get out of today was how do we take this content and now go next level and become the best decorative concrete coating company in the world.
Let's get Nacho in the mix. I'll make sure Maddie, I'm gonna bust Maddie right after this call. Maddie, come on live, man. Let's get.
So
get
I just got,
Nacho on the
I
call.
want to
Yeah.
say something to Lance right now. Okay,
Yes,
Lance,
yes.
I'm gonna tell you something. That picture, that video of you grilling steak, it even made it to our internal messaging. We have a channel where we kind of like we show like fun things that are happening in our own personal lives in the company. And our graphic designer, one of them, saw that video in your videos, and he posted it in our like, you know, that lively channel that we have. And he said the guys at Integrity definitely know how to live life. And it was
Yeah.
we definitely did. We loved that. And I'm gonna tell you something else, Lance. We produce videos that have like they have like these really, really sharp reviews, but it's reviews that we generate through AI voices that are beautiful. They sound like real humans, but none of them perform as good as the one that Lance recently did, where he's actually sharing the process himself, the voiceover. So Lance is crushing it, guys. I'm telling you, Lance is crushing it.
He is. Yeah, so Lance, we're gonna follow up with you. Maddie, let's make sure we follow through on that and get Nacho. And Nacho is a badass. So can't wait for
Nice.
him to do that. Yeah, we're gonna figure
One
that
of
piece out.
the, you know, before I mute my phone, we have changed our mission statement this year from selling and installing great floors to being the best decorative concrete company in the world. We
Yes,
are
sir.
not there.
Okay.
But that has become our mantra, and that's something that you know, that's where we're heading. And there is one thing in life that I'm good at, and that's being relentless.
You absolutely are. Can you share your core values with us? Because when you share your core values, it made me reassess our core values in our company, and I love them. Can you share that? Because that's part of the brand. I talk about that in the beginning here, and that is something that everyone's got to be bought in, because everyone in your team represents, everyone in your team is marketing actively and proactively when they go home, when they're operating, installing floors, how they're showing up. Can you share that? Because I find that to be extremely powerful, and you're a man that's a powerful man, and if you could share some of that, you inspired me to go and revisit our core values here in our company last year.
If you don't mind, I'm going to take a couple of minutes to
Please.
do this, and we could do it offline or another time. Let me. Okay. I'll try to keep it short. It's something I'm very passionate about, so I'll try. Okay. The guy by the name of David Aylesford. So Sky bicycling. So this is 10, 15 years ago. The British had never won a Tour de France. They sucked at the Olympics. They, you know, here's a bicycling culture and country, and competitively at the high end, they were not the best in the world. So they hired a guy by the name of, it's not Aylesford, it's Brailsford, and he's well worth watching his YouTube videos. So he came to it. So they got together with Sky. Sky's the Comcast of Great Britain. So they they financed it. David Brailsford did the management piece of it. And so what his core values were are represented by the acronym CORE, and it stands for commitment, ownership, responsibility, and excellence. So the first one, you had to be committed to the vision of the organization. So their vision was to become Tour de France champions, to clean up at the Olympics. So if you, let me try and Uh, there's a dirty word involved here, but I'll do my best. I guess we're all contractors. So they started with commitment, and it was take it or leave it. And the quote is, if they're not committed to your cause, get rid of the cunts. And so apologies for the language. That's the quote. And it's like, okay, if you're not committed, go somewhere else and be committed enough to yourself to demand commitment out of your people in your organization. And so that's commitment. That's a take it or leave it. It's not a work on it, see if it's right for you. It's like, you're committed to it. That's what we do. The next one's ownership. Like, your employees, you do not own your employees, and you do not own their time. You rent it.
Yeah.
And so they need to own their job just like they own their off time. And so in this ownership thing, when they go to a floor, they own the job that they're doing. And you're paying them for it, but you're renting their personal time. You don't own them. They're not your slave. They are part of your organization. I own my job, like making sure there's enough work for them to do. I own that. And if I don't have a job for them on Tuesday, I pay them. And that's I own that. When they get to work, hey, get it done right. If you need help, come get me, but own what you're doing. If you're going to own it, you got to be responsible for it. It's just like, I own getting enough work for my guys. If I don't get enough work for them, I pay them anyway, and that's the responsibility side.
Right.
My guys, if they screw up a job, they go back and they fix it, and they own that, and they're responsible for it. The other two things that are under what we think are under responsibility, one is fun. So we take having fun seriously. And we do it in our off time, we do it in our on time. If you want to show up at 6:30 at our shop, which we're there every morning at 6:30, you want to come in at 6:30, you'll get teased, you'll get played with, like, physically, we push each other around, we have a ball. And it's not only one of the best parts of my day, it's one of the best parts of my life. And I think having fun in your job is a responsibility. And that's why I put it under there. The other part that we've done is we've gone to having a repair day. And that's in part of being responsible to our customers. So I tell my customers, I don't care if the problem is your fault. I don't care if it's my fault. I'm simply not going to charge you for it. We're going to get you on the schedule. We're going to come do the repair. And, we're not asking questions. We're not asking what happened. We're just doing it. And it's part of us being responsible for owning the job that we do. And then the last one is excellence. And I spend the least amount of time on it, because if you're committed, if you own your job, if you're responsible for it, you cannot help but being excellent.
Yes.
And so it's there as a reminder, but if you really do that right, you cannot help but be excellent. And it is what it is. So yeah, that's our core values. The passion for it, I'm sure, has come out over the phone, and you're probably all bored, but that's what we're doing. And we're keeping 2 crews busy. We want, in this down market, we expect to go to 3 crews next spring.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to hold you responsible for helping me get there.
You got it. It's live and recorded. It's live and recording. That's it.
All right, let me turn my mic off.
Hey, Lance, what a powerful share. Typing powerful in the chat if you found that powerful. That's a leadership share right there. Like I said, when I first heard him explain, and that was during our first meeting, first onboarding meeting, he's like, before we get into any of your company stuff, let me share with you what our premise and core values are. And I'm like, wow, no one's ever done that. And then now we started asking everyone as they come in, is like, what are your core values? And very powerful. Lance, he's located in Washington. Maddie, where's he located exactly? Forgive me for not knowing the territory specifically.
Snohomish and King County.
Kent County in Washington.
County and Pierce County in Washington.
Washington, yes. Great territory. What sort of neighbors? What are? Oh, there you go. You're sort of neighbors. 100%. Beautiful. So that's what we like to do here. It's Connect You. Team, I hope that you all have found some sort of value here. You've gotten some takeaways. We're only going to go deeper. You can only expect more content. My goal and my mission is to elevate the industry as a whole. And you have done that here during this call by participating. Lance, thank you so much for bringing your wisdom here and your leadership. Pete Johnson, thank you so much for showing up today and sharing the values. Again, we're going to be releasing information on the mastermind happening next year. It's going to be 200 seats available in a room with high and fast growing concrete coating companies. You cannot miss it. You cannot miss the event. It's going to be the best, top notch. We're going to talk about all the different topics to really build you up from the entrepreneur. Go from 1 crew to 2 crews. If you're at 2, 3, 4, this is for residential, commercial. We're all going to be there supporting Pete Johnson, Balin's crew. So thank you so much, team. Have an amazing rest of your day. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy your loved ones. God bless everyone. Bye, team.